And didn't I just tell you that there are videos of the National Black Caucus doing the same thing?
There's a video of George H.W. Bush in the Oval Office with a bag of crack.
So wait, let's just pause there. So if there's a video, okay, hold on. If there's a video of Joe Biden doing it, but there's also a video of, let's just say black people, but specifically the National Black Caucus doing it, what does that mean? Does that change the meaning to you or at all?
One of them was the president, the other motherfuckers wasn't.
Okay, do you know what a caucus is?
Not the president.
But okay, got it. Do you know what it is though? Yeah, do you know what they do?
Not the president.
Would you like to know what it is and what they do?
You sound like you want to say that. Go ahead, buddy.
I mean, it's really not about this. I'm really just trying to give you some information because you're walking around silly right now, bro.
We wasted our breath because the argument don't even make no damn sense talking about one of them was the president and one of them ain't the president. He wasn't the president when the legislation got passed. He was a senator just like the people that was in the House and in the Congressional Black Caucus. So if you don't know, then you don't know. But you really need to just educate yourself instead of forcing people to try to educate you. Because you're stuck, you're hell-bent on being dumb and trying to argue this point that don't make no fucking sense. It's apples to oranges. And at the end of the day, he wasn't the president when the bill got passed. And to circle back 20 years after the fact and try to remedy some shit is just further proving the point of him not being a problematic president.
20 years later is crazy, but y'all got it.
Harry, we been knew we got it. What else y'all talking about in here? Can we talk about how they're using this word assassination all wild and crazy and try and put this man on the same level as people that really got assassinated for real? Somebody said, what is real assassination? I feel like real assassination is when you're actually a political activist for real, like a Malcolm X, like a Martin Luther King. I feel like what happened on September 10th was just white on white crime, and just white people being violent, and just proving the fact that the number one national terror risk is the white male, is domestic terrorism at its greatest. That's what I mean when I say it wasn't a real assassination. Exactly, sister. Exactly.
I'm about to look up what an assassination is.
Oh, for real, I had to look it up earlier too. I was like, let me familiarize myself with what an assassination is, because why are we using this word? He got shot.
Yeah, or murdered.
So I also don't want to, give any more credit than it's due, but from looking at it, what makes it an assassination is the target is high profile. The motive is not personal, but political or ideological, and it's usually premeditated. So that seems to fit. I don't know.
I just feel like it's relative because, I feel like everybody knew who Martin Luther King was. I feel like everybody knew who Malcolm X was. I feel like everybody knew who Abraham Lincoln was. I didn't know who this man was until the day he got shot. And once they started playing the clips talking about, his legacy, it didn't give this as important political figure who should have the title of assassinated to me, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, so I mean, where I'm looking at it, I mean, I would give it an assassination from what I see of the description of it. I think that it's usually associated with like higher profile people, but
True, but
I can't really relate to them.
the media landscape is so different now and so fractured from how it was in the past. Like you don't have, 3 sources of news or 3 channels or whatever. So there are people, I'm sure there are so many people that have enormous followings that we don't know because that's not our algorithm.
You know what? That's fair. I will accept that submission.
No, but I hear you. I see where you're coming from.
I feel like they didn't. I feel like them Congress people, the woman, her husband, the dog. I feel like they used the word murdered a lot for them, but they literally held political office.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I feel like that was a real assassination. I don't know. But again, I didn't necessarily know who those people were until they got murdered / assassinated either.
So you saying he didn't hold no weight?
In my opinion, because I didn't know who he was. And yes, that is a narrow point of view, but that's my perspective.
Okay. I mean, you literally made $12 million from spreading hate speech.
Okay, so
and I didn't know who he was. Like,
does making money
speaking at a college before?
But you know what? I think that's a perfect segue because I do feel like we need to be talking about who his funders are. So I've been looking at this, and there's a number of funders who gave upwards of, oh my God, 1.5 to 1.6, over 1 million, hundreds of thousands, almost 1 million. And I mean, I can say the names, but I don't think we know. Obviously you're not going to, I don't know the names. You probably won't either. But just to say that these are people who have strong support, it's like one of the donations was coming from this group called Donors Trust, which is often described as a dark money conduit for conservative causes. And they're allowing donors to give funds to groups that are advocating for things like, no regulation on the markets, extremely small governments, religious liberty, quote unquote, we know what that means, judges. So there's very little transparency. And also now they're not just donating to elect specific politicians, but they're actually donating to groups like Turning Point who can kind of set the terms of the public debate. Extremely anti-abortion, extremely it's really Handmaid's Tale stuff. And there's this group of very, very well-funded funders who are giving all this money out to people like Charlie Kirk. So people like him are the face of it, but actually it's all of these shadowy figures in the background. They also donate a lot to super PACs. Yeah, and they really want to remake America, and it seems like it's working.
Look, man, all I'm saying, if you want to know the truth, follow the money. Turning Point USA was worth over $81 million. So he was worth over $12 million. Like she just said, he was the face of the hate speech organization. To say that he was just a fucking nobody, come on, you getting biased. I don't care what nobody said.
I didn't say he was nobody. I said it's not giving assassination to me, but, Malik, Just, they, gave some points as to why it could be considered an assassination. I still feel like calling him a political activist is out of pocket because you're putting him in line with people who actually were political activists for real. This was Candace Owens with money, basically, in my personal opinion.
Like I'm saying, like I think the truly the most effective people, if you want to know who's really out here reshaping things, it's the people who are funding these folks. And they're not funding Charlie Kirk because he's impressive or whatever. Like they're funding a particular message. He barely even had a following at all when he founded Turning Point. But they're looking for people that they can prop up so that they can stay in the shadows while other people become the face of this thing. And obviously they tell you what to say. And we know that even all of remember there was that court case about all of the manosphere, right-wing bloggers, and they were being like funded by all these Russian state entities. So those are actually the people who are out here doing the real work and pushing their agenda, but they don't want to stand behind it and they don't want to say it openly. But that's who this is actually about.
But saying that he made $12 million is not like that. The money thing, and I feel like this is how he's able to siphon off some of the a small portion of black men, is because that seems to be the only thing that impresses y'all. Like you said that mad times, like he made this amount of money, he made this amount of money. It's mad people that made that you have never heard of. $12 million? That's not I don't have it. But it's people that we never heard of that made that, yesterday or whatever. So, but he's able to impress y'all with such little trinkets, bro. And it's kind of embarrassing for the rest of us, because it's like you so stuck on this $12 million, and then you he's somebody because he has $12 million. Like, is that's your ruler? That's what impresses you and makes you that's what moves you. We in a fucked up place if that's the litmus test, $12 million.
And at the end of the day, you can't take that $12 million to hell with you, so he don't even got it no more.
Yeah, his wife do and his kids do. But check this out. And what they're about to get, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a big crowd fund, and they're about to be a lot richer from this man passing away. But all I'm saying is, we can be politically correct, or we can be correct. And all I'm saying is, he was a successful hate speech person. I don't agree with too much of nothing. I don't agree with shit he said. All I'm saying, damn, look, I got muted again. Let me shut up, y'all.
Stop right there. He was a successful hate speech person. Full stop. I agree with you.
But the thing that we have to understand, what I'm trying to say, is anyone that traffics in that kind of hate speech, right, and has the potential to build a following or wants to be a public figure that way, fits a particular demographic, they will be supported. They're looking for messengers for this message. It's not like the messengers are already there and then they're getting supported.
He was backed by Home Depot, a co-founder of Home Depot. Also, he was funded by Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and Vanguard, amongst others.
I mean, he had a successful grift. I'm just saying, you can listen if but I just feel like we gotta stop being so impressed and moved by some money, bro. It's just not okay. $12 million, woo. I mean, so what?
Yeah, money is.
He ain't giving it to us.
I mean, I don't even get why people are even talking about.
I never said I was impressed, but you got it.
But you keep mentioning it. Okay, well, maybe you're not impressed, but it's of note to you. And it's of course he's going to make money. He's a grifter. Of course he's going to make money. And then you accompanied it with, so I guess you that means he's nobody. Because just because somebody has money, doesn't make them somebody, quote unquote. And it's just it makes me sad for black men when I hear these type of talking points, because it's bro, so okay, none of that stuff really means anything, especially to us as black people.
Yeah, but facts are facts.
Okay.
Okay, but what it is? So I'm really curious now because I hear so many people like say this stuff like, all right, so he made money doing a grift by disparaging people that look like you. He would have hated you. So,
Yep, you're right.
So why? I mean,
what is your
ultimate
point? Is it just that he's a prominent figure? I'm not sure. Like, okay, let's accept the premise. He made a lot of money. He was incredibly successful. Okay, and from that premise, your conclusion is what?
My premise is there's a problem in this country where somebody can make $12 million from hate speech.
Yes, and the problem is dark money.
Okay, that's more valid than, I mean, I think, okay, I'll tell you that. So I think so too. But my thing is, I don't want us as black people, or black men especially, to be so moved because that's how they play on us. It's because, like, I'll say something that you ever seen when Meek Mill was jumping up and down on the basketball court at that billionaire house? How stupid that looked. That's how we look when we be like, "Oh, you made some money. Ooh, that's a lot of money." Like that. We gotta like chill on that. They be getting us. That's I'll land.
Yeah, the way I see it.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the way I see it, he raised $12 million to get a president elected, and now that big beautiful bill got passed, so he was part of that. So if we don't care, then we're gonna not pay attention, because if you're in the Super Bowl, you're gonna look at what your opponent has going on to make sure that you're equipped enough to go to battle against them. So we're not saying we're impressed, but we gotta make sure we're paying attention. Otherwise, there might be some shit in that we can learn from to overcome them. So that's all I'm saying. Just pay attention.
Hey guys, actually the last guy was going to say something I was going to say. That's why I'm kind of sad that so many of us, I'm speaking of black people, didn't know who he was. I get it. He's a white young man. He probably wasn't in my algorithms either if I didn't watch some of both sides of the news. So I get it if y'all never seen him because he's not in black algorithms. He's not on black Twitter. He's not going to be the biggest joke that comes out this week on black Twitter. So he's just going to go under the radar. I'll say this. I'm sad that this brother does also think that money is a good barometer for why everybody should be known.
Didn't say that.
No, respect. Those weren't your exact words, but that's the premise of it all. But I will say the importance of knowing people in the political realm, like Charlie Kirk, is important. Why? Because just like the last name just said, Charlie Kirk is partially the reason why Donald Trump is elected by the younger voters. Why a lot of the younger voters got out and voted Republican. Because that young white man decided he was going to go on the mission of speaking and preaching the beliefs of the president, the beliefs of white nationalism, the beliefs of racism and bigotry. And then directed them directly to the voting booth, which they all decided, not all, the majority decided on doing, and that's why he got elected, was a part of the reason why he got elected.
Well, let me my bad.
Brother, you have not stopped talking yet. I'm going to let you go here in just 2 seconds.
Okay, long sentence.
No, long past something I've given in the past, not just a sentence. So I truly believe that it's important that we know who these actors are, just like we all kind of knew at one point who Andrew Tate was. We all knew at the time who Kevin Samuels was. Even though he wasn't a political guy, we understood he was pushing a message in our community, good or bad, how we looked at it. We should try to pay attention to these type of people, at least get eyes on them so we have an understanding what their message is, going to groups that don't directly affect our group. Because eventually, like the last guy said, those messages will affect us all in some way. And that's where I land at. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say, let me just say that real quick. I'm going to be real short. if you don't look at both sides, I agree with the last guy that was just talking. If you don't look at both sides, you're never gonna know when they coming for you or how they're coming for you. How many people they influence, how much money they making off of this shit. This shit is a business. It's not just political commentary. That's what I'm saying. I'm a business owner. I've owned a business since I was 17 years old. The structures of a business, you get business credit, you get you get so much shit. All I'm saying is to not pay attention just because your political affiliation is ignorance to me. So I knew who the dude was. I seen some of his shit. I watch it. And I was all like, okay, this is what they doing on that side. If you're not paying attention to
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Fully functioning prototype, and if I do say so, the most advanced glasses the world has ever seen. About a decade ago, I started putting together a team of the best people in the world to build these glasses. The technical challenges to make them are insane. They need to be glasses, not a headset, no wires, less than 100 grams. So this isn't just the first full screen, full wide field of view holographic AR glasses. This is also the first device that is powered by our wrist-based neural interface. We are getting closer to achieving the dream of Reality Labs. This is over.
They have lawyers that on that basis. Like they do.
What's affirmative action?
What the purpose of DEI then? It makes no sense.
We have laws in this country that prevent you from we have civil rights laws that make it explicitly illegal to hire someone on the basis of race or gender.
No, hang on. Let me ask you a question.
So they do it. They try to be more inclusive, and they try to have a more diverse hiring committee so that people are more open because people have inherent bias. So I've worked in these really corporate.
Acts on the thing that you're talking about.
DEI is basically laws that prevent discrimination on the basis of race. So it's the inverse of what you think it is.
Yeah.
Affirmative action is more so the one that promotes hiring,
And I think
That's good.
Definitely.
And you said it's on the playlist for the novel. Right? Shit. You said it's on the playlist for the novel.
Oh, yeah. It's on the playlist.
Nice. I like this. I really like that.
And I like the fact that also, some of the words, right, the first stuff is in this room of darkness, I am taking over and stuff. That's what she says at the beginning. So
Gaza is a graveyard, but rather than end arms sales, extend sanctions, and stand by international.
חשוב שידעו כולם וכל עם ישראל שידע שכל מה שיש כאן זה מתוך התורה הקדושה. וכל המהפכה שקורה...
Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And my other people is from Shreveport, Louisiana. We do own land, acres, all that. The American dream, 1,715 acres to be exact. You understand what I'm saying? If, as a businessman or just as a regular citizen, you don't pay attention to both sides, how in the fuck would you know they coming for you? Somebody please just explain that.
But when I asked you a specific question, like where you stood politically, and you just didn't really answer the question. Like,
he never voted for Trump. He never did any MAGA stuff, and that he is not for any political violence. That's what he said.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be a part of any political policy. But But he has to be involved. He has to be involved in some way, because he keeps talking about his money. I'm not saying he has to be a Democrat or Republican, but what I'm asking is, what does he believe in politically?
What do I believe in politically?
That's what I'm asking him.
This is why Democrats lose.
Okay, so that's just gonna be something that you can talk about.
Well, she pretty much explained it. Like, I believe in great people. If you're not a great person, I don't believe in you. If you got hidden intentions, I don't believe in you.
Does your family vote though? Because Louisiana is like one of them states that has the highest population of like Black people, but like Black people don't vote in them states. It's like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. It's like the largest concentration of Black people. So is your family politically active?
From Oklahoma, you know where Black Wall? Have you heard of Black Wall Street? I don't know.
Personally, I just got a question.
Have you heard of Black Wall Street?
All right, I'm tired of
Broken Arrow, shut up. So they're not going to let me
want us to
finish.
center you no more. Let's move on.
No. It's not about centering. We're having a group conversation, right? And I went to college. This is what we did in college. You know what I'm talking about? So check this out. My daddy from Black Wall Street. There's way more Black towns than because somebody gonna go, Black Wall Street got destroyed. Yeah, we have the most Black towns in America, in Oklahoma. Google it. Check that out. But anyway, I'm for Black people. Straight the fuck up, but I'm for good people too. You ain't gotta be Black to be good. I'm just for good people. You feel me? And all I'm saying is, look into these people that y'all wholeheartedly are supporting. And I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Well, Jay, I'm glad you said that. My mom lives in she teaches in Tulsa. She lives in Broken Arrow. But Jay, the problem I have is what your submission is like. You live in one of the most one of the states that has some of the most oppressive laws and things against black people. Not only that, man, like look at the state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma has some of the worst education, worst economical, like as far as medium income, some of the lowest in the nation. But you're asking us to question our support for people, even in their flaws, that have been more supportive of black causes than a red state that you live in.
So,
but you say you care about dirt money and all that stuff. So I'm really having a problem with your.
So my intelligence has to be based on my location.
I'm not saying your intelligence, but what I'm saying is this: like you I heard like when you first started, you came at Joe Biden and the Biden this and the crime bill this and the crime bill that. But the state of Oklahoma incarcerates more black people than anybody. The state of Oklahoma has some of the worst education rates amongst black people. The state of Oklahoma, like you want to talk about most restrictive policies and things that adversely affect black people and people of color is in the state that you live in. Has nothing to do with your.
So do private schools exist? Do we have an HBCU in Oklahoma? These were legitimate questions.
Let's not even answer a question with a question.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we don't have HBCUs.
I'm well aware that there's HBCUs in Oklahoma, but you still haven't answered my question. What does that have to do with the problem by and large within the state that you live in, Oklahoma, that has the systemic issues that it has against people that look like you and me, Jay? What is your submission for that?
Just because your state has systemic issues, do that mean you have to become a statistician?
You still not answering the question.
You're not answering the question.
What's the who?
Come on, brother. You gotta. All right, cool. So just because.
Hey, I tried. Oklahoma is a slow state.
Okay, cool. So let me answer it. So I'm gonna answer your question. Check this out.
We didn't want Oklahoma.
All right, cool. So just because the system is against you, don't mean you have to become a part of the problem. You have to become a statistic, and that is my answer.
Why can't you answer his questions the same way you expected people to answer questions about the crime bill? Because you weren't capable of answering those kind of questions, brother. It's all good. You were bit by the propaganda. Let me ask you this. Are you a MAGA supporter? Or are you a Trump? Or are you just like an independent? You don't vote?
You guys. We're going around in circles, and I'm getting a headache. I'm very confused. Can we just talk? Everyone who's talking can keep talking. Can we just pick a new topic?
Yeah.
Let's try to understand Jay.
I'm just going to
new topic.
Yeah, Jason.
New topic. New topic.
So Oklahoma is slow and sorry.
Hold on, where you from?
I'm from Texas, nigga. Fuck Billy Sims, nigga. That's how y'all got in that shithole state. Nobody wants you. Look, man, I'm just trolling the nigga from the remedial state.
We talk about football and NBA. Y'all
they don't got nothing.
I think this is the problem with the Democratic Party.
These white people are declaring war. Who were they declaring war on? Because this was white on white crime, and I need them to declare war on them damn selves.
The radical left is who they're declaring war on, i.e.
Isn't that crazy though? Because the radical left.
But where are you getting that information from, bud?
So look, if you saw it, there was an interview Trump had where he speaks about he doesn't care if the right is radical as well. They're only radical because the left is criminals. Like it's things like that's that. And I might be paraphrasing, but that's exactly what the sentiment was.
Damn.
So when I tell you, like when I say that, how do you identify a radical leftist just by appearance?
Let me ask my
and they all look alike.
Let me ask
friends, my Clubhouse friends. Are y'all mad at the left for this situation?
I just want to know.
Yes.
Y'all mad at me? Are you one of them? No. Okay. So why are you answering?
I'm just joking with y'all.
I'm like,
You just playing. I'm gonna beat your butt.
Now let them. Don't save them. Let them destroy yourself. Rob, keep talking, please.
Sir.
That Oklahoma nigga trying to co-sign me.
J Manic, you just want to fight. Why you want to fight? When's your birthday, J Manic?
No, you just.
J Manic, because no. Hold up. We got to get to know you a little bit more.
Don't send them in. Don't send them in.
No. Listen, I said I didn't want to send you, but now that I got time, I done parked this car. I got time
us
for a
before you
second.
could even talk.
I'm asking you. When
Let's
is
talk
your
about the
birthday,
200 people deported without due process in El Salvador. I don't know if you saw this morning, but a United States citizen was actually deported. It was not a U.S. citizen. That's not the liar. It's not a U.S. citizen. It was actually someone that was living there. Yeah, it was not a U.S. citizen. Hey, this guy is
What about the voting bill? You didn't even vote.
Hey.
You're right.
Non-voters are hilarious.
Hey, Kiana.
What's up, Kiana? What's up, Rob?
Hey, first lady. You sound real good. You out the
Hey, what's up with it?
What's up? I know some of you. Wait. Let me just say this.
Hey,
I'm going to put a PTR right now. I'm with the PTR now that I saw on Twitter. Some people are going to go to hell. I can promise you that. Because. I'm trying to look. When you just keep looking at my PTR, you'll see it. Just give it a second.
Well, you can tell us what it's about. What's that up?
Okay, let me just tell you what it's about. Clap with it. You know that infamous Tupac picture where before he got shot, master sound on the grave. I saw that. Is there any of this wrong? That's all right to try to we do not come to it's faithless and cursed. Your masterless. The armies of mortal must despair. He is to depart these lands, never to return.
I ain't going to hell with you. I don't laugh at that stuff regardless. I don't care who it is. Some stuff I just don't laugh at. I get it. That's the culture. Go ahead, Jay. You got to be the son of Texas. Go ahead, Leo.
What the fuck happened? And right after that, what the fuck happened? But I'm cool.
But Jay, this is what you're excluding from that conversation, that comment, is that within the past couple of weeks, Charlie Kirk was pressured by the Trump administration to stop talking about the Epstein files.
And that was my point in saying that, to wake your ass up to say that.
So you sure about that? Okay, yeah. I'm just...
Yo, what's up?
Come on, Fatima.
Because when you go against your own party, you see what the fuck happened?
Can you hear me?
Let's go!
Nobody?
I can hear you.
I'm so
He didn't? But we knew that already.
You were okay? You were okay, Fatima?
Can you hear me?
Now I could.
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting.
Yeah, you left.
I didn't hear you.
Hello, Spotty. Yeah, you did leave me. You asked me to make a room and then like, these people.
Fatima.
Right.
Because you need to have a platform.
Oh, I see what you want. You wanted me to share my opinion.
Yeah.
About the whole situation. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to repeat myself 20 times. Are they still in Almost room? Let me see. Yeah, they are. Probably stopped talking about the small picture. No, we cannot hear you. DB.
It's not. Oh, he's having some audio issues again. Okay.
That's him right there.
JB louder. No, louder. Can you talk louder?
We can hear you now, JB.
Thank you.
So,
It's a little louder.
Maybe they'll have me better down there because you're in the deck. MG, how you doing? So when I open rooms, it's not letting me. I can't speak for some reason. That's why I need you to come in so I can mod you.
No problem.
If you guys want to go back to the snatch, be my guest.
Back to the snatch. That's funny.
But Fatima, I didn't hear anything you were saying while you guys were talking. XG, how you doing? Jay, how you doing? And we got XG and MG.
Hey, MG. Yeah, that's one of my other Clubhouse moms.
Aww. What's up?
Well, let me thank Nye for coming in because I needed to have somebody modded so I can leave and come back. So thank you, Miss Nye. I appreciate that.
No, you're good, sir. Why are Americans so angry? Well, here we go. We're gonna find out tonight, aren't we?
Bro, we're angry about everything. This morning's room I thought was epic, right? It's a big room, a lot of people coming in. And Nye, what did I say to you offline? What always happens?
Race. Everybody likes to get triggered about race and black people.
Right, but we can't say that when, like, yesterday we had Seneca going on like a 5-minute long tangent uninterrupted and expected it not to turn into a race.
Nick, Mikael, oh no, I'm so sorry we went through that. I went through that like an hour ago.
Let me just publicly state this. I don't agree with anything he says, but I like him because you know he's trolling you and you dummies still fall for it. So I don't know what to say about that.
Exactly.
But hold on, let me just say this. Let's keep it real. Not just race relations, Nye, MG, Fatima, XG, right?
Does my microphone work?
It sounds a little muffled, huh?
Oh.
So, we're angry. We're angry about everything. Our politicians, our lives, our kids, right? I put this article up. These teachers were caught violently mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination while in the classroom. I personally think, and like I said, it's not about politics. They should be fired immediately. I'm sorry. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. When you got teachers doing this around students, they need to go. And if that makes me a semi-conservative guy, I'll take the mantle.
JB, I have had so much joy today watching TikTokers and ex-users cry and whine and literally break down about being fired from their jobs because, when they were celebrating on social media after Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I guess a lot of people, they got doxxed essentially. Folks online found out where some of these people were working and notified their employers and they were fired. And now they're online crying about, I got fired because what I said. Oh, really? Just like you were celebrating that this man got shot over what he said? Imagine the irony. Imagine karma coming back to bite you in the ass. I love it. Keep up the good work, folks out there who are notifying the employers of these people who are celebrating the death of a man who has now left a widow behind and 2 small children will grow up without their father. And that's fun and that's funny and it's worth celebrating because you didn't like what he said about DEI and blacks and pilots, so let's gun him down and kill him. He deserved it.
But let's go ahead and elect somebody into positions of power that says that 60 million people should be fed to alligators. Yeah, let's do that instead, though.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're kind of on my shit list for lying about me on stage today about Pepe. So let's be cool. I don't have any smoke with you. I don't have any smoke with you, so let's just be cool. But don't lie on me again, okay? So let's just...
Yeah, well, hold on, Fatima. Hold on, Fatima, please. XG don't fuck with my sister from another mister. Right? And that she can't handle. She's
Chicago girl. But before we continue, let me say hello to Lula. Lula, how you doing, Lula?
Good evening, everyone. How you doing?
Fantastic. And yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you. Very sorry to hear the news of what's happened this week. And very sorry to see how awful people are being about human life, to be honest. It's just, I can't believe how many people are celebrating the loss of a young man. I mean, I don't, absolutely. I mean, I didn't agree with everything he said in the slightest, but he's still a young man, a father, a husband, a son, probably a sibling, a friend. It's human life. So that's, any life is precious.
Lulu, let me ask you a question. Where are you calling it from, if you don't mind me asking?
Where am I from?
Where are you calling from?
South UK.
So, are the Brits as angry as the Americans? Because we're a bunch of angry fucks over here, Lula.
Yeah, I think we are probably more kind of simmering grumpy. But, yeah, definitely there's a lot of anger at the moment in the UK also. Yeah. And, the Charlie Kirk thing is a big talking point because we have a lot of issues with free speech and there's politicians that want to bring in blasphemy laws and things. So, we are facing similar things. And I think, therefore, this is obviously something that's produced some conversation this week for sure.
They're just as mad. It's just that they're mad about the Muslims, just like we hate trans people over here. They just hate the Muslims over there. That's the.
I mean, that's not that would be an unfair summary of British people in general. We don't hate Muslims. Many Muslims integrate brilliantly. We have an issue with illegal immigration, not with Muslims as a whole religion. So I would appreciate you not saying such sweeping statements.
Well, the NBL
liberals have a hard time with facts and truth. They like to embellish and make things up to fuel their rage. Well, so don't mind the nonsense you hear on this.
Sure, but
liberals are going to rattle on about a whole bunch of nonsense that's not even based on.
I think you might be my spiritual sister, Nye, because I like to push back on people as well. But I mean, I'm a white British woman, and I'm a teacher. I work with many Muslim families. They're absolutely beautiful, wonderful people. So the idea that people that sound like me hate Muslims is inaccurate.
I couldn't unmute. Let me say hello to Sandra down in the VIP section. We got y'all, who's going to gaslight the chat. Devin, how you doing? What's up, Georgie? So let me say hello to MG. MG, how you doing?
What's up? How are you?
Man, I'm fantastic. But, you and I have had discussions online, offline. And I could feel, and I'm being serious, I could feel how sad you are for our country. Well, why Americans, why are we so fucking angry all the time about something?
Listen, I'm not an angry person. The only thing that I can logically deduce is these people are underemployed. They have no real passion. They have no family. They have no friends. They don't have a support system. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Like, why are y'all angry? It's a combination of all of that mixed in. Half these people on Clubhouse, I'm convinced, are not employed. You can't be on this app 24 hours, right? So there's that. Then, we have a loneliness problem in the United States. We really do. That needs to be fixed. Mental health crisis, all of it mixed in together.
May I throw just a smidge of gasoline on what you're saying? Just a smidge.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We also have a president that really just should shut up and stop blaming the left for everything, because that kind of rhetoric, I believe, leads to what's going on in this country right now. He's supposed to be the leader, and he's not leading by example. Just my opinion. There's the gasoline. Go.
Well, I was talking to my husband about that this morning, and I said the same thing. I said, as much as I am a pro-Trumper, don't come for me. I'm just saying, we need some decorum. Oh my God, we need some class, right? Like, we can't have this chaos. I mean, Nye, do you not see it? Do you see it any different? Like, I feel like it's just too much. Everyone's pissed off all the time. I don't know. I'm looking forward to a president who can lead. Sometimes you can lead in silence. and you don't have to be on Twitter or whatever, or Truth Social, spitting out everything that comes through your mind. Sometimes that's not necessary. You can lead. You can be a leader through silence.
Just because you have a voice doesn't mean you should use your voice. I don't know your name, sir. You have some Hebrew writing. It just looks like I don't know. Do you know this person?
I do.
Yes,
You know me, Chippy. Come on.
I don't know what to call him, but yeah, we know him.
What am I calling him?
You can't, Chippy. We've been through this. Aleph.
Dude, if you stop changing your damn PTR, you wouldn't confuse me so much. Aleph, what's good, man?
Good. How's it going, bro?
Going great, man. I where I live in Brooklyn, I have like a little compound, so I'm detached from the rest of the world. So when I come on Clubhouse and I hear, bro, no bullshit. I don't care what color you are, what political affiliation you're with. There's so much hate. Yo, Aleph, let me tell you something. I saw an article. I should pin it to the top, where they've been over, I think, either 10 or 20,000 remarks blaming Israel for Charlie Kirk's assassination. Imagine the anti-Semitism that we're angry about everything. Jews, blacks, Chinese. I hate Chicago. Chicago hates New York. Why are we so angry, Aleph?
Well, sorry.
Go on, no, it's fine.
Oh, because he was directing it towards you.
Yeah, but ladies always go first. Yalla.
Well, I'll make this really quick, because I didn't really understand the Israel, Bibi, and Charlie Kirk connection until I went to Candace Owens' page today. And apparently, and I got to do a little bit more research, but apparently Charlie Kirk, in the days or weeks before, the months before his death, he was critical of Israel. And apparently he wrote a letter to Bibi. And Bibi, according to Candace, used this letter today to kind of, in some sort of propaganda machine, to criticize Charlie. And she's saying what Bibi did with this letter is not fair, it's not right, and she's calling on him to release the whole letter. I guess the impression that I'm getting, again, I need to do research, Bibi is using this letter to suggest that Kirk was anti-Israel, and apparently that's not the case. And so that's the talking points, that folks seem to think that Bibi or Israel government had Charlie Kirk assassinated for whatever he said or put in this letter and his criticisms of Israel, which there is a clip which I watched today of him calling out the Israeli government and Bibi Netanyahu for something. I don't even remember now at the top of my head. I shared the clip. But yeah, JB, to answer your question about why Israel's involved in this.
So I'll just come back also and say that anyone can criticize a government of a democratically elected country. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's why people have democracies. You don't like the government, you can call them out. You don't like the leader, you can call him out. And it's everybody's right to be able to do that. That's free speech, especially when it comes to democracies. When it comes to Israel and Charlie Kirk's possible, disagreements with how the Israeli government is handling things, he was entitled to his opinion. And Bibi actually has come out on the last 24, 48 hours with many comments on Twitter especially about how Charlie Kirk was a supporter of the state of Israel and how he was a lion-hearted friend of Israel, in Netanyahu's words, and that he was murdered for speaking truth. And an organization that I'm close to, also a Jewish organization, says the following, that political violence has absolutely no place in this country. There's absolutely no reason, no excuse, no political view, and no issue that justifies violence against a fellow American. And Charlie was a shining light in these troubled times for the American Jewish community. And we are deeply saddened by his passing. And all people of goodwill, and these are the two words, goodwill, must condemn this horrific murder. He was a fearless advocate. Charlie was a fearless advocate also for freedom. He was a supporter of Israel and the Jewish people and a friend. And he was cut down actually whilst doing what he loved to do, which was communicating with the next generation of American leaders on college campuses
about the issues that affect us all. And we should not, and we will not let this murder win. You know, a lot of people get upset with, you know, the fact that he, like, you know, I'm going to make a comparison here, it might sound ridiculous, but like Abraham sat under a tent and always a gazebo, a tent, whatever you want to call it, and invited people to come and talk, come and sit down. You don't agree with me, you don't like me, you don't agree with my views, I don't personally agree with your views, but come and talk to me. Let's talk it out. You can hear my point of view, I'll hear your point of view, and if you don't like it, that's fine, but we're still human beings, we're still in the same country, we're still part of the these great United States. And to see this man gunned down the way he was really truly horrific. And I just hope that some good comes out of this, that maybe it has shocked enough people to realise that discourse and discussion and disagreement about politics should just be that, disagreement. But then you take the political hat off and you become friends. It's like a football match. You go and battle. You battle to win that Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, you're all friends. And that's what political discussions should be like as well. We're not enemies. We're citizens in this country, and we should stay.
Thank you, Elif. Let me say hello. So I don't endorse anything that's said on the stage by other speakers other than myself. With that, I'm going to welcome Win Stefani to the stage. Win Stefani, how you doing?
Good. What's going on, fam?
Yo, Win Stefani, why are Americans so angry?
Yeah, you just skip over me, baby. Oh, my fault. Hey, what's going on, Kima? Go ahead.
I got you, Akima.
No, you didn't do Win Stefani, baby. No, go ahead. You all good. What up, baby?
No,
Go ahead.
I promise I didn't do it on purpose.
No, it's all good.
I have no problem. You go ahead, Akima.
No, brother, no, please, no. You go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
Bro, y'all don't know what jokes is. He was just playing. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I just got off like almost an hour ago. Why are Americans so angry? I think Americans are so. Let me not give. I don't believe Americans are angry. I think what it is a lot of us are just tired and fed up with the bullshit. A lot of us are out of touch with reality. And I think a lot of us don't know exactly which outlet to turn to. And I think I've kind of just found out exactly what the issue is. I think a part of our nation is just cut in half. If you had to take a cake and it be the United States and you cut us in half of us are on the left, half of us are on the right. I don't care whether we say we're Democrat, we're Republican, whether we're leftist, whether we're right, whether we're center, whether we're abolitionists, whether we are revolutionaries, whether we are extreme MAGA-isms, or whatever the case may be. A lot of us are just trying to find our place in America. And I don't think all of us are angry. I think all of us are just confused. A lot of us are fed up. And a lot of us are out of touch with reality. And I don't endorse anything that anybody says on this stage either. I don't want anybody to endorse anything that I say either. But anybody that can look to anybody and say that it was a great detriment and a great loss, absolutely. Anybody's life that's lost to the hands of gun violence, yeah, that's horrible. It's deplorable even. But I'm sorry. These past few days, this week, I have felt like I've been demonized and I've been forced to try to echo and verbalize some form of empathy for a person that I had no spiritual connection to. And one would say, oh, you're angry. No, I'm not angry. I'm just frustrated because I feel like people are trying to impress upon me their views and their customs and their values. And everybody's value system isn't the same. And that's what makes us beautiful. In the midst of all of this, quote unquote, anger, frustration, that's what makes us beautiful. But to make me feel like I'm obligated to have some form of empathy for a person who did nothing but gaslight. And all he talked about was the reason why the Black community was the way that it was. as if we didn't have nobody in the Black community to speak about it. And I think the problem is you got us all jumbled up together, cut in half like a cake. A lot of us don't know where we stand in the nation. Such beautiful, ugly nation. We're trying to find where we stand. And it just really dawned to me today that I think we need a new civil rights movement. We do. We need something that's going to fuel us. We need to pivot. Like, he's dead, he's gone. Okay, for those who want to grieve him, grieve him. But I think what it is we don't need to hold back and say, well, I don't think it's not right for me to express my First Amendment right. No. You don't stop expressing your First Amendment right and doing your thing on your own platform because somebody loses their life. Just because they did it the wrong way doesn't mean you have to do it.
Land your plane with Stefani, please.
And I have a question for him.
I think we need a new civil rights movement. I think the right has always had it right. They have leaned and yearned towards their social media influencers. They are attached to Donald Trump. It's time for us to really wake up and really smell the coffee and really stop trying to just, not acknowledge the elephant in the room. You attach yourself to Donald Trump. There's no good in Donald Trump. He is an evil man. He is a wicked man. He has no soul. He's soulless.
Thank you.
We need to really just acknowledge that it's time for something new.
Wait, I have a really quick follow-up. Can I ask him a follow-up question?
Sure. I just want to say, guys, if you're on stage, ping people in. Okay.
Gwen Stefani, rock with me for a second. I won't take long, okay? One thing I've learned about social media, especially on this app, our people, our beautiful Black people, and not all, let me make clear, not all. But I certainly am I included? Yes, boo. One thing I've learned personally, we don't like Black people who call out our bullshit. We don't like Black people who attempt to hold our culture accountable, okay? We get angry. Hakeem was giving me some laughs because he knows he's giving me shit for giving criticisms, right? Some of our elders, even some of our past civil rights leaders were critical of the culture and how we can improve, how we can build Black better, as I like to say. So, Gwen Stefani, what would a new civil rights movement look like to you, considering we don't even like to hear the criticisms or the suggestions on how we can improve, especially in a public forum where, dare I say, white people might be listening? What does a modern Black civil rights movement look like? And what do the leaders look like, in your opinion? What their talking points?
Sure, and I try not to be long-winded. You. That's my answer to you. You. Just what you said, just what you did, right there. Prime example. I have no problems being criticized. I have no problems criticizing my community. I will tell you, we've got some fucked up shit going on with us at the Black community. Let me be clear. But there is a difference between holding the community accountable and gaslighting the community. On the premises of, let's have a conversation, let's build. But you don't do it by gaslighting a sovereignty of people that you feel like is a detriment to the whole entire nation. And then you go out your way to gaslight and to try to gauge a group of people to have a provocative conversation. It's not a debate. It's not a debate when you gaslight, because it's not to the same degree that you do it for your people. And when you go out your way to try to purify something, like, for instance, i.e., you spent most of your time on your platform trying to purify the fact that your people is not the reasons why your people is stuck in the rut that you're stuck in. Your people are stuck in the rut that you're stuck in because you don't know how to be resourceful and how to be efficient with your resources. You don't gaslight, though. You don't gaslight by saying, well, if it wasn't for you all bombing Black Wall Street, then we'd be farther than what we are. But then you turn around and you say, that didn't really happen, though. I'm sick of the bullshit, I'm sick of it. But we need more people like you. We need more people like JB. We need more people like MG. We need more people that, okay, if you're going to criticize, let's come up with some solutions as well. If you're gonna have a conversation, don't gaslight me. And let's be honest, this motherfucker gaslighted a lot of us. A lot of people who were not knowledgeable, and a lot of people who were knowledgeable, he didn't go near. But it's the gaslight for me now. So no, I disagree with you, my sweet black sister. No, I don't mind being criticized. Criticize me all day because I'm right behind you. I'm criticizing the black community too. But don't fucking gaslight me. Because I don't gaslight the white community. I don't gaslight the Asian community. I don't gaslight the Jewish community. I don't gaslight any motherfucking community I build. Can anybody on this stage right now say that this motherfucker built when he was alive? Anybody?
Well, yeah, but I won't digress.
Okay.
But yeah, he did.
He did build? Okay. And he made progressive movement in the black community.
Well, I thought you meant build in general within his movement. I didn't know you meant.
No. Let's take it further. Let's take it further because what we have to do is we have to build around the circumference of the universe, not around the circumference of your community only, solely. So my question to you, sweet sister, and to everybody on the stage, while this motherfucker was alive, did he build and did he provide progressive movement for the black community?
He did.
Yes or no?
Listen, Gwen Stefani, I can say this. If this man's rhetoric and talking points, especially across college campuses, help open some eyes for some black people in the community as it relates to certain social and economic issues and how they view politics, the Constitution, freedom of speech, our rights, then yes, he did.
But tangible though. What tangible progressive movement did he make for us in our community?
I think mental and spiritual enlightenment is tangible.
Wait a second. Wait, Stefani, hold on a second. I'm going to say this respectfully because Hakeem is giving me side eye because he wants to go. But wait, Stefani, let me ask you a question. I say this respect. I'm just trying to get some clarity. Why is it his responsibility to build into your community?
It's not.
Thank you.
It's not. Have you heard me say that? It's not.
But you're asking what he built about your community. Where are your leaders building in your community? I'm just curious.
No. I'm not asking. I'm saying when he was alive, because since this week, and I'm not crying wolf, my sweet brother JB, but since this week, our president has lowered the flag to have staff for this motherfucker. And we actually saw lives, people jumping off buildings on 9/11. Babies were murdered, killed. I ain't never seen a motherfucking president lower the flag and have staff when any other body was killed in any other community. None. So I can appreciate now, and this is what got to have these open and honest conversations. It's not a race thing with me. Never has, and never will fucking be. But I'm looking for real, progressive, tangible fucking movements. Not no emotional, spiritual, economic viewpoints. Hell, fuck that. We've had that long enough. I'm ready to put foot to work, foot to neck. I'm ready, grassroots. What were the progressive movements
Gwen Stefani.
Did he make before he died?
Can I give you this example? He did inspire Candace Owens to create Blexit. So, and if the Blexit movement was definitely for Black awakening in the political sphere. Now, y'all might find that funny, but waking up our people to the trick bag that is in politics on the right and the left, especially the left, because we historically primarily vote left. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if that's laughable, this is why we'll never have a new age civil rights movement.
No, I think why we'll never.
Stefani, I gotta jump in there because I got other people I haven't spoken yet. So I'll come back to you. I appreciate it. Hakeem has been patient, then we're gonna go to Marquise, Maga, Rick, and Marshall. Hakimo, how you doing, man?
God damn it! I almost fainted, Winston. Finally, that was a big mistake. I should have went first. Like, what the fuck?
You want to win now?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good submission, though. I agree. I agree with Winston Finally as always. But I want to answer Nav's question shortly, briefly. Then I want to make my I want to answer the question. So like you say, like what's wrong with him speaking on black issues? First of all, because he don't care about black issues. Like, he just talking about it, just punching down. He's not giving solutions or trying to help or move anything in the right direction. That's not his intention. But imagine him talking about black on black crime at the moment he was shot in the neck by a white dude. Imagine that. But
no, it's ironic. I agree. It's ironic.
Right. So he should have been focusing on white crime opposed to worrying about black on black crime. But let me go to my point. My point is to answer the question to the room. Why Americans so angry? I don't think Americans are angry. I think they just have too much time on their hands, and they get in a position where they are too. They just say shit that's dismissive or mean because they don't got nothing else to do. They feel like there's no consequences for it. But then sometimes you find out there may be consequences. But to talk about like political violence, like Trump did this. Like go back to 2016 when Trump ran. What were the things he was saying in his rallies? Maybe he should have been roughed up. I promise you, I will pay for his legal fees. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he provoked, like he's saying like violence is the answer. One time he said like the problem is we're not being violent anymore. He literally said it. Like Trump has been pushing violence since he walked down floated down the fucking escalator. He's been pushing fucking violence. So to be confused and act like why are people violent? Because he demanded it. And he rewarded it. He rewarded the January 6th people with fucking pardon for being fucking violent. Like, let's be for real. Let's not pretend like who is not the number one culprit of what we're witnessing right now.
So you
Hold on. Let's keep the queue going. Nigel, do you want to say something?
I just want to say something really quick. Hakima, I'm going to send you, not that this matters, but I'd just be curious at some point your opinion. It doesn't have to be today. I'm going to send you a link of a compilation of Democratic leaders calling for violence and promoting violence too. I'm not saying either one side is good than the other, but I'm just curious. I mean, we're always Trump, violence, but nobody says anything about the left and the violence that they have spewed or at least attempted to encourage among their voter base.
Can you give me a few examples? Just a few.
Nancy Pelosi, Jasmine Crockett. What's that woman's name on the West Coast? The black woman. Babes. I would rather just let you hear it from them directly. I'm going to send you the link. Give me 5.
Send it to me too, Nye. But let me just say this. The difference between Jasmine Crockett and anybody else that's going to be on that list, they're not the president. They don't have the biggest bullhorn. They don't have the world's attention. Jasmine Crockett can say something and maybe get, 50,000 people on Twitter to follow. But when President Trump says it, he's going to get 2 million people to follow.
And JB, and I bet you whatever she sent me came after 2016, after Trump done amped up all this negative fucking energy throughout the nation.
Okay. So you're right. It is. So I understand it's okay that the left did it because it came after Trump. So you're right. I won't even waste my time.
I pointed out where it started at. I never said, I don't care about the Democrats. You know I don't. I pointed out where it started at. So so it'd be okay, but like, yeah, you're right. Trump did start this shit, but then like, okay, the Democrats escalated. Not ignore the fact that Trump started it and say, okay, the Democrats did it too. At least acknowledge that this asshole started.
I know.
I'm in the queue.
I got you, JB, because I didn't speak out.
I got you, actually. So we're going to go Marquise, Rickson, MAGA, Jason, XG. Marquise, good evening, sir.
Me too in there, JB, if you don't mind.
Got you, Marshall. Marquise, how you doing?
What's up? Pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. The mic.
All right. What's up? I'm just going to try to keep it short and answer with efficiency. Gwen Stefani did have a point about he wanted a civil movement or whatever, and I think that to answer the question of the room, why Americans are so angry, it's because of a lot of the actions and a lot of the events that have taken place that we haven't really had a control of. About the fact that laws have been changed that we really haven't been aware of. About the fact of what fucking Camel Toe Harris did as far as bringing immigrants over just for the sake of votes. And then we had the withdrawal of Afghanistan, the war in Ukraine, and Israel and Palestine. All of these things were caused without Americans saying, hey, no, is this what we want? Is this what we want? No, but it's what you voted for. We didn't really get that. And I think because of a lot of what's happened, it's caused a lot of things inside of our country to change. And we became so PC, so scared to talk about things due to the fact of either getting arrested or getting humiliated or just a crazy amount of flack from our peers. I think a lot of these things stem from extremism and the need to be heard and a lot of these other things, but really it's been mainly all about fulfilling the rich's pockets more. It's been about filling their pockets more, and I think that's what's really been pissing people off, but they haven't really known where to start. So I believe, to kind of piggyback off what Gwen Stefani said, I think that I don't think there needs to be a movement. I think there just needs to be a harder lesson in order for the people to say, you know what, it's enough. Enough's enough. We need to take this to our town hall or city hall and make this public. We just need to get this out. You know, even with the Epstein shit, the black on black crime, the white on white crime, and then the comparison between the two if it went interracial. A lot of these divisive strategies that have been placed forward have been causing people to really be tiptoeing around each other. It's been causing people to be less real. And I'll land that.
Thank you, Marquise. That's why I get in trouble, man. I get in trouble because I'm too real. Rickson, how you doing, man?
Hey, bro. How you doing?
Good. And you and Marquise, please cash in your pink tickets. Thank you. The mic is yours.
Okay, I will do. I think the problem starts with real leadership. I think, and I blame both parties, because every time something happens, we get more extreme. The right gets more extreme, the left gets more extreme, and nothing is done. I can think back when Bush was president. I was a kid. I was like in 6th grade when 9/11 happened. And one of the things I was like, and I was at sixth grade, like 12 years old, when he said that, you know, listen, I understand it was a Muslim population that, you know, it was Muslims that, you know, hit the World Trade Center, but we can't attack them. We need strong leadership in this country, and everybody wants to go in their factions. What Trump did after the Charlie Clerk assassination, he should never done. As the president, right, you're supposed to tamper things down. And the problem I have with Trump is he makes everybody more pissed off. He goes on one side. I don't want Trump to fail. I can't stand Trump. I'm not going to say I hate him, but I can't stand Trump. I think he's an idiot. But I'm American first, and I don't want him to fail. Because if he fails, we all fail. And the problem is Republicans go extreme and Democrats go extreme, and there's no middle ground. Even just hearing these conversations, oh, this is what Democrats say. This is what Republicans say. It's like a fight. It's like we're Americans at the end of the day. And the problem is, I feel like a civil war is going to happen. Because somebody just said immigrants. I mean, yeah, immigrants. Immigrants can't vote. And Republicans do it, and Democrats do it. Because who's going to do the job no one else want to do? Let's be honest. But I just we're at a tipping stone in America, and if we don't calm down, there's going to be another civil war. There's going to be more mass murders. Like you would think after Columbine in 1999, we would have dealt with this gun issue. It's gotten progressively worse every year. Every year there's a gun shooting, but nobody's talking about that.
Rickson, let me jump in, and I appreciate you sharing. I agree with everything you're saying. The same day that this gentleman was killed, there was a school shooting. Two kids got shot in school. The shooter himself was 16 and killed himself. But we don't even do nobody. There was not a single room on this avenue.
We're immune to it. We don't care about it anymore. It's just like we're so used to it as Americans that
we've got desensitized to it.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Other countries look at us like we're crazy because it just doesn't make any sense. Don't take my guns. Nobody's saying we want your gun. It's just like, but I feel like we're at a tipping stone and something bad, more bad stuff's going to happen. And nobody's going to realize because everybody's going to get more extreme. Republicans going to get more right, and Democrats going to get more left. And there's not going to be any common bound to keep us as Americans in our land.
Thank you, Rickson. Appreciate you. Hold on, Marshall. I'm going to go to Jason, then I'm going to come to you, Marshall. Jason, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, social issues are out of control. We more emotional now than we've probably ever been. So every little thing, if you feel offended by it, you might get shot. That's just what it is now. People just way too emotional, and they don't reason as well as they should. We can talk about where that starts from. The critical thinking isn't all that strong. We more likely, the average American, I feel, to react emotionally to something rather than the reason first. So that's my answer to the topic. Hakima said something about pardons. He said that was basically like, Trump condoning whatever happened. And what happened on January 6th is a whole conversation in and of itself. But he mentioned pardons, though. I wonder, do you know, I just asked you, do you know about all the pardons that Biden did right before his presidency ended?
Yeah.
And all the people that he...
Yeah, I know exactly about the part. He pardoned foul people with a piece of shit. He pardoned.
All presidents do it. It's not the right or left.
Let me answer the question. He pardoned a bunch of people, but he didn't pardon fucking insurrectionists that tried to fucking overturn the election. In his
you know all the people he pardoned. It's a long list.
Yeah, it's a long list that includes people, that includes someone on Trump's end where they beat in the police officer's head. Yeah, one of those violent offenders that we're so worried about.
So, Tyler, no. I'm not gonna let y'all do this on my time because we still on my time. The pardons, if you're gonna try to argue these pardons after saying that, he shouldn't pardon someone from, you call him an insurrection, whatever you want to call him. Have you ever heard of a preemptive pardon? I didn't even know you could do that. I thought somebody had to be locked up to get pardoned. You pardoning people who ain't even been convicted of anything.
Well, now the president's got more power.
What could they have done for you to do that? And then the Hunter Biden pardon was from 2014 through 2024. What are you trying to cover for over a 10-year span that you think is so bad? And it wasn't just Hunter, it was other Bidens on there. I don't even know all the Bidens and why they all was on there.
Wait, if you're so concerned about Hunter,
but if you
see what he was charged with?
I don't know what he was charged with. I don't know what he was.
So bad that he
wasn't even in jail. He wasn't even in. I'm saying I don't know. You don't understand what I'm saying. The pardon was for 10 years. So for a 10-year stretch, if he's charged with whatever crimes that he's trying to get coverage for, he felt like he needed to get a pardon for 10 years. I didn't even know that was possible.
Because he didn't want Trump to go after him.
Only pardon people.
Hold on, Jay, hold on one second. Jay, just hold on one second. Guys, if you're new to the room, new to my club, we have a one-mic policy. Please respect the speaker that's speaking. Everybody will get a chance to chime in, I promise. I'm going to go back to Jason, let him land his plane. And then I'm going to go to Marshall, King, and then Mr. Shade. No, actually, I got you. I got you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just wrap it up, man. To whoever said it might have been you, Rickson, when you was kind of pointing out the problems on both sides. I kind of troll people who make these Trump arguments, like one of them being the pardons. Like the Democrats don't also do that. Going back to Rickson's point, that it's contributions from both sides, but people only decide that they want to look at it from one angle.
Thank you, Jason. You know what? I did make a mistake. I'm going to go to XG, King, Mr. Shade.
What about me?
Hold on, JB, hold on. XG, prove that I used to kiki with a racist. Prove it.
Did you not used to be modded up in Pepe's rooms?
You fucking bitch. I'm tired of you spreading this lie about me. Stop lying on me. I've never kikied with Pepe. Ping Pepe in this room right now and ask him if I've kikied with him. You lying asshole. See, why are you trying to start shit with me? Over a lie. Like, are you okay? Like, I thought we was cool. So why are you making up a lie about me and Pepe, who I just had beef with over the past couple weeks? I've never kikied with this man. Never been a moderator in his rooms. Have I been in his audiences like many of us have? Absolutely. But for you to sit here twice now and lie about me and Pepe, shame on you, you despicable demon. Prove that I used to kiki with him, you lying ass fucking bitch. Prove it. Where's the fucking receipts, ho? I don't like liars. I don't like liars.
Save your energy.
I don't like. Yeah, move that hoe to the audience. I never had a problem with XG. Now you up here lying about me and Pepe. Bitch, is you cool or is you straight?
Me and Kiki mean.
Say it one more time.
Yes.
what does Kiki mean?
Yeah. Oh, they're sitting there singing Kumbaya with Pepe.
And y'all don't have a single receipt of me singing Kumbaya and Kiki and cackling with Pepe. And this hoe has lied twice now. Once earlier today and now in the chat. I'm trying to figure out the motives behind lying on me and Pepe. Like, you've got to be mentally effing ill.
Mental health's real. Mental health's real. Don't even give him your energy now.
Fucking hoe, I've never had a problem with XG. Now you lying on me. This is the problem with these. You see how people do? Constantly lying on black folks, constantly lying on black women, okay? He's so triggered, he got to dig into a bag of lies to offend me. And it worked, ho, because I don't like liars. I don't like liars.
Can I ask you a question?
What did you miss? XG is lying. I'm sorry to derail the room, but I don't like that. That's not cool. Of all the people to lie on me on, and this hoe don't have one receipt to prove what he's saying. You lying ass hoe. Make karma deal with you this weekend. Listen, let me say this and I'll land. Ho, if you have a bad week, if you have suffered some misfortunes this weekend, know that I sent karma after your ass and we're even.
I just have a question, Nye. Why are Americans so angry?
Because they're lying ass, triggered asshole.
Monday, come back in here with herpes now because of you, Matt.
I sent Nye an article where this website called Jezebel had put two witches placed a curse on Charlie Kirk. Right now, did I send you that article or what?
You did send me, and he's in the chat. Oh, who's triggered now? Anybody would be triggered over somebody lying on them. Would you appreciate somebody? Oh, actually, you might like somebody lying on you. You the same silly asshole that sat up in this room or in the healthy debates about a month ago saying you like doxing and doxing is cool and doxing is necessary. Actually, so now that it's all come full circle, you are actually a demon masquerading as a human. You are a fucking demon. And from this point on, demon, that we don't even need to engage. I don't even engage with demons. You are a demonic spirit and a demonic energy. For you come off your mic and lie on me and put Pepe in the lie, okay? Pepe will come in this room and tell you, no, we ain't never kikied. But go ahead and spread that lie, you simple ass, limp dick ass fucking.
Okay, I think this is the perfect time for a room reset. This community conversation is collaboration. Why are Americans so angry? Oof, I've never heard Nye go off like that. Usually she's like, pardon my language. And I'm like, just be you.
Because I don't like liars. I don't like liars, especially lying on me about something. JB, of all the shit we just went through with these people, and for him to say twice now?
Well, it's the second time. It's the second time today he's done that.
Right? Like, that's weird. That's weird. Of the threats that I got in the back end over the Pepe shit, that's fucking weird. So yeah, that's a sensitive subject to me because XG does not know what's been going on in the background for the past month with Pepe and his crew and folks being doxxed and threatened over things they didn't even say. And for him to spread that lie, it's evil. It's evil and unnecessary. And then he goes in the chat and says, now, you simple asshole.
Well, let me just say this. If he said it to you earlier today and he saw you got a reaction out of you, do you really expect better where he's going to come up and not throw it to do it again? I mean, this is Clubhouse.
He presents himself to be the moral of authority, a mature human being. Why would someone who, isn't he an educator? Isn't he a teacher? Why is he lying? First of all, I didn't know we had beef. So the fact that he lied the first time was jarring. Like, why are you lying on me? I didn't know you even had a problem with me. I didn't even know we had an issue. So you lie the first time. I don't know the motivations behind that lie. And then you do it again. So yeah, I don't like liars. And yeah, they're going to get a response. On this app, with that individual, it's weird. And people take shit and run with it. And you start spreading a lie after a lot of people have been privy to what's been going on behind the scenes. And now you're spreading a lie that Nye and Pepe were kiki and cackling. Bitch, what? Can you imagine the rooms that'll open up about that? Off of a lie that started in a space that I'm modding, no, we're gonna address that and nip that shit in the bud right here, right now.
Well, let me say this. Actually, I'm going to talk to you directly, man to man. I know you won't, but I think you should come up and apologize to her. I don't know if she'll accept it or not.
I don't want his apology. I don't want it. He can take that apology and shove it up his ass where his boyfriend fucks him. I don't want
it. Do you want me to bring him up or not? If you want him to stay down there, he can stay down there. It's up to you, Nye. Nye, what do you want to do? You want to bring him up?
He can come up on the stage anytime he wants. He'll just know I will never engage with him ever again. I'll never move him down unless he starts lying. But our positions are now clear. This is your house, your rules. He can come up anytime. Because like I said, I've never had problems with XG. I still don't. But now that he's proven himself to be a demonic liar, I know not to fuck with him. Go ahead. He can come up and say whatever he wants to say.
Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. This is your room too. Any room I open, you're co-owner. So if you, and actually, I gotta tell you, I don't do this high school bullshit, but I'm gonna take Nye's side every time. So, I mean, you like coming into my spaces. I enjoy having you. But if you're going to lie on the woman, she's my friend in real life. I'm Team Nye every day. So, you might think it's funny and it's cute, but obviously it's not. So
yeah, one, I don't think it's funny or it's cute. The context as to why it was even brought up the first time was because right after Seneca was speaking or some things, somebody had said people just love listening to anti-black things. That's so wrong. People shouldn't be doing that. And Kimo was there, so he can testify that did get said. And on top of that being said, afterwards, Nye was trying to act like she wasn't part of those spaces, that she didn't listen to that type of stuff. And I'm just like, but weren't you in Pepe's spaces a few months ago? Weren't you also kikiing back there? And that's the point that I brought up. Not that she was kikiing within the last few weeks when all the doxing shit's going on. Because yes, I have been here for that because I've listened to the spaces about JB because he held them for like a week fucking straight and it was only about that situation. So I know that situation happened.
Actually, fact checked, it was 3 weeks. But
okay, fair enough. But like I understand that situation happened, so I'm not trying to group you in there as in, oh, look at Nye, she's definitely part of the ops, she's part of Pepe's side. Like, no, that's not what I said. What I was saying is, don't act like you're above the listening to quote-unquote anti-black stuff being said on Clubhouse 24/7 or finding it entertaining or being confused on it when you yourself were around those spaces laughing it off in the same way when right after that got said and right after you got pissed about the Pepe Association, Seneca went off to say some anti-black shit, and what did you do right afterwards? Put the laughing emoji. So you proved the point right in there. And if you think anything I'm saying is wrong and you need an unbiased person to start talking, ask Fakima, because he was there for the whole...
Anyway, JB, this is more half Negro babble. Let's move on to someone with something more intelligent to say. Let's move on and keep the conversation going. I'm not listening to this moronic babble that is actually, he just made this up on the spot to justify why he's a demonic liar.
Did I make that up?
Let's just move on.
Hold on a second. AM, I don't even know who you are, so just chill out. You don't need to interject in something that's going on between XG and Nye. Thank you. So we're going to go back to the conversation. Why Americans so angry? Wow. Mr. Shade, I'm going to go with King, then Mr. Shade. King, how you doing, King?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? How you doing? I always like when you come to my spaces, even when we don't agree.
We don't have to agree. I just wanted to share a couple of new developments. They're saying now it's being reported in the media, and I posted an article. They're saying the dude is a groiper.
Oh my God, that's bullshit.
That track.
Who's they?
Wait, time. Okay, King.
It's being reported in Newsweek. Vanity Fair wrote an article about it.
Hey, King, I'm sorry.
Hours ago.
King, some people may not know what a groper is. Can you tell people what that is?
So a groiper is another one of these, I say, antisocial online communities. They were part of the people that used to send around those Pepe the Frog memes
And Nick, they follow Nick Fuentes, and so they're saying that this is what they're reporting. I posted one of the articles from the Atlantic, Vanity Fair. I'll post the other sources. It's being published in Newsweek and MSN.com, and I'm guessing that this is going to be a topic of conversation. But they're saying that the writings on the cartridges that were found were actually related to a video game. It wasn't anything about trans ideology. And that like there's a game that's like a first person shooter game where you're fighting as a fascist. Anyway, I posted it in the chat. Y'all can read it, but I'll post more.
I also read that he was dope. I got you, but I'm going to Mr. Shade than you. I also read that he was part of a group of something called Fur Babies, whoever the fuck that is. Mr. Shade, how you doing? I don't know what they do.
Yeah, but it's shit posting. So the article goes into these references that he was using, and it's basically, and this has been consistent with a lot of these shooters. They're like shit posters. They speak in fucking 4chan. Like, this is how they have conversations. Because it's interesting, but it's mentioned in the article about the fur baby thing. I'll post some more too when I'm not driving.
I appreciate it. Drive carefully. Mr. Shade, how you doing, man? Mr. Shade, are you there?
I'm here. Give me a second. I'm right here.
You want me to come back to you, or you good?
No, you good. I was.
Two things. Two things. Cashing your pink ticket. The second thing is, maybe you can tell me what the fuck is a fur baby.
Hello, can I get a chance after this guy? Please.
You need to stay in the audience. Yeah, Mr.
Why Americans are so angry. And this week, I thought I cashed in my pink ticket earlier. I don't know what happened. But I think with this administration, we've been with the past two administrations. Really, we've been in a constant. Hell, let me take it back to COVID. I think COVID's really kind of that tipping point, socially and politically, where shit just is out of whack. I don't think, with all the news going on, people have had a chance to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some new shit every day. Hell, I almost forgot, and this is so unpatriotic of me. I almost forgot 9/11 was 9/11 because of what happened to what happened to Charlie Kirk, So it's just, everything is just, the economy is doing what, it's just bad. We got a lot of confusion going on, but I think the worst thing I think is really going on, JB, and I say this with all due respect, with this administration, man, I think there's a lot of white males who feel like they're being disenfranchised and or they are becoming they're being, like, imagine America, a United States of A, white people feel like they're being suppressed.
Lone wolf is better.
It's gotta be a mental illness, and I'm gonna land with that.
Thank you, Mr. Shade. So before I go to the next speaker, I'm going to get a little cue going, and everybody will get to go, I promise. I'm going to go Dope, I'm going to go Connie, and then I want to welcome my friend Yoshi. Dope, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I just want to respond to the thing that King said about the shooter, which we already know by now. We know they're
embarrass us, Dope. On the stage now, embarrass us.
So we already know.
Dope, can I talk?
We already know the motivation of the shooter. Okay, so we already know the motivations of the shooter, for people to act incredulous to the most obvious evidence and just try to pass this off as, things are still up in the air. There's more definitive evidence for the shooter's motivation in this case than there was for many other cases, in many other mass shootings, many other terrorist attacks.
that most people would have accepted. So the guy is known by his friends for being left-wing. He was talking at a dinner table with his family where him and his family member were talking about how Charlie Kirk spreads hate. So if he's talking about how Charlie Kirk spreads hate and he's known as an anti-fascist, he scribbles anti-fascist catchphrases and sayings into his bullet casings. The phrase that King, I guess, didn't seem to mention, "Oh Bella Ciao Ciao," that's an anti-fascist Italian anthem.
It's also on the Groyper's playlist on Spotify.
Oh my God! Okay, the Groyper's playlist. What are you even talking about?
They cited it in the article, and they put a link in the chat.
I read your Vanity Fair article. Okay, it's the most pathetic attempt to try and muddy the waters I've ever read. The "O Bella Ciao" anthem is not some Groyper's play. It's a freaking anti-fascist anthem. It's sang by the people who overthrew Mussolini. Are you gonna? Do you think? Honest question, King. Do you think it's more likely that this person scribbled it on the bullet, thinking that people would just automatically think of the Groyper's Spotify playlist, something that most self-proclaimed Groypers probably wouldn't even fucking know, or that it was an anti-fascist anthem? Which one do you think?
I don't know any anti-fascists that sing that song. I don't know if you know any anti-fascists.
But you know the Groypers though. You know the Groypers.
In real life either. But
you know
they just reported it in the. I told you there were several articles that I just read. Okay. So yeah. And I will post the other articles from the other. Squirm. You don't know me, bro.
No, I know you enough to know that you're very yourself.
I will post the Newsweek article and the MSN.com article. They're also starting to talk about this on the Twitters. So I will share some of that content.
Okay, all right. So whatever. I read the article.
Guys, we have a one mic policy. Don't mic is yours. Please land your plane.
All right. So yeah, if you guys can just follow me for a second here. So King is saying that she didn't know any anti-fascist singing the "O Bella Ciao Ciao" anthem, which was used by Italian anti-fascists in the celebration of overthrowing Mussolini. But she apparently knows more Groypers that have this on their Spotify playlist or some shit. Like, what's her standard for understanding this? I don't know. I think most people that are honest with themselves know what's going on here. And King doesn't want to accept the fact that a far leftist shot someone that she disagrees with.
Thank you, Dope. Let me say hello to Connie, and then I want to go to Yoshi, and then Nerd, and then William, and we'll go back around. Connie, how you doing?
You're in the Matrix, Connie.
Quiet room. And yeah,
Connie, Connie, you're breaking up. You're in the Matrix, Connie.
Okay, can you hear me now? Because I'm just trying to. Let somebody go ahead first and let me get out of this area. Oh, here it goes. I'm out of it.
I hear you. Go ahead.
So I was saying it's one of the most sane rooms because I remember doing a temp assignment at the Turning Point. Now, as the years went past, they had a lot of Secret Service, and it was hard to even get through that street. You know, it's walking distance from the White House, but. I remember when I did that one day assignment, just, doing envelopes for his membership list, I saw a kid, and he didn't even look 18. That's how youthful he looked. And he was so focused and purposeful, I just really give my condolence to the family. And, a lot of rooms on Clubhouse have said some, bad things, but I just lost a sister. So I know what it's like to want condolence and sympathy and empathy. And, there's an old cliche that people say, and it's we're all in this together. I think we are. I think we are because of the simple fact that, they have the 1920
to lockdown that's going on, right now with the HBCUs, because these young people, they just say anything, out their mouth, and it's kind of hard to persuade them. So yeah, that was just my point. You guys are doing a really great job of keeping the room with serenity and dignity. And I yield my mic.
Appreciate you, Connie. Do me a solid, please. Cash in your pink ticket.
Yeah, and I also want to tell you that Candace was talking about the same thing you guys were talking about, and she crashed the internet on YouTube. And so she had to open up a second room. So you guys keep up the good work.
Thank you, Connie. Bye. Appreciate you. Let me go to my friend Yoshi. Yoshi, what's good, man?
Hey, how's everything?
Doing fantastic. You're a little low, sir.
It's still low, yo.
Do you have your AirPods in or something? That's much better. How you doing, man?
I'm super. Yeah.
You want to chime in? Yoshi, let me ask you, because I legitimately have a lot of respect for you. Why are Americans so fucking angry, Yoshi?
There's several reasons. It's multifaceted. People are, distrusting of one another for various reasons, whether it's sexuality, gender identity, race, religion, political affiliation, occupation, you name it. If it's men against women, contrary to being married, it's just, the list is not short. So there's many reasons, and we've nurtured and cultivated a society that has learned to feed itself to an extent on negativity. And it's easily accessible because of social media, and we get drawn into it, and it affects our thinking, it affects our emotional state, it affects our health, and we project it.
Yeah, let me ask you, and I love your shit, man. You always been balanced in my spaces, but let me ask you a follow-up question. From what I've been seeing on Clubhouse for the last few days, right, since Charlie Kirk got killed, why is there such a strong emotional reaction to this man's assassination from every walk of life? Black, white, Spanish, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your political affiliation. Why are so many people so engaged in what happened to this man, in your opinion?
Well, like for me, I work with him, but I was invited to the inauguration, so I was like, wow, President Trump wants to call the Department of War. Last time he said that was for D.C. if they didn't accept the National Guard martial law. But a lot of people just like angry, and it's this generation. And I don't know if it's because they got to clean up the mess from my generation or the generation before it or what. But these people that are 20-something are angry.
Thank you, Miss Connie. I want to let me go back to Yoshi. Yoshi, I'm sorry, Dad.
So,
you set you up. We wanted to play these people on this app. I just got to say that.
So there's